down, will never come down. When the sun comes up, we'll be feeling how we do right now. My heart's on fire, coming down to the wire. While the world sleeps, we'll keep burning brighter and brighter.
Good morning everyone, welcome to a new video. If you're new to the channel, I'm Tracy. My husband Urian and I milk 130 cows in Taranaki, which is on New Zealand's North Island. We've got something a little bit different today. To be honest, it's a job that we probably should have, if we'd been thinking, we should have done it back in February or something when we had weeks and weeks on end of fine weather. But we've left it to the last minute to do this. It's not too bad at the moment because we haven't had heaps and heaps of rain, but in the springtime, late autumn, winter time, when it starts raining quite regularly, this is going to just turn into an absolute bog. So we have to make the most of this week of fine weather that we've got. We're going to clean all this up so that the water can get away. A couple of years ago, when we put the effluent irrigation system in, we had to dig a line underneath this track, so we had to open up this area, and it just has disintegrated ever since. So apparently this used to be pumice, and now that we've broken the seal on the pumice by putting the effluent line, it just turns to crap whenever there's a little bit of water. That's what the plan is for the next couple of days. We've also got to scrape the edges of the races. They're sort of starting to build up so the water can't get away. I mean, ultimately what we're trying to do is just have a tidy up so that any surface water can get away as quickly and efficiently as possible. So she is a bit too fancy for me. I'm just borrowing it for the day to cut the... I don't know how to start it! So the first job is actually to figure out how to start this bad boy. Even the chair is just, it's almost too comfortable. So, right, there's the key. Service interval due. Is it touch screen? Oh, it's even got a radio. Let's open this one. That sounds a bit strange. Everything's just so much bigger. When I was younger, I used to drive tractors for a contractor, mostly just doing... I was mostly just a rake driver, but did quite a bit of work on maize trailers. We drove the maize trailers for 2 or 3 years, and so it's not that I haven't been in a big tractor before, but it's a long time since I've got very used to my little farmer's tractor, and I really like that. And so I'm very nervous that I will damage it. Chair is like sitting on a waterbed. Now, how do I stop this bad boy while I'm on the road? Where's the air conditioning? Oh shit, we're going backwards now. That's really dangerous. How do I stop it? Oh, neutral. Put the handbrake on, because if I start getting any hotter, I think I'll start crashing. Where's the air? Anthony starts school in about 2 weeks' time. At the end of school holidays, he starts at school, and it's dawned on me that I haven't really done a very good job with my new apprentice. He's a little bit underprepared. So we have to incorporate you into a few more jobs, don't you, Emma? Yeah, Because you're a bit of a lazy baby at the moment, aren't you? Must have gone behind the cliff. When the sun goes behind the cloud, it's not as bright anymore. Oh, I turn the radio down when I have to concentrate. Am I going forward? Oh, yep. Driving with our baler driver, the man that bales our hay and stuff, what did he say when you were going to get a Fendt tractor?
He'll tip me out of the tractor.
He'll kick you out of the tractor. And so then you changed your mind and you decided that you were going to have what kind of tractor were you going to have next when you changed your mind about a Fendt?
Massey.
And what did the baler driver say when you said you were going to have a Massey tractor?
Tip me out of the tractor again.
He was going to kick you out of the tractor again. And so then what did you decide?
And then I saw John Deere said, yeah.
Yep, I said yep.
And he said, don't buy
A cone baler. Yesterday was a good day and we were able to get this whole area scraped up and cleaned up with the digger, and we carted that down the back. And today we're going to bring some metal up here and get that laid down there so that it's got a nice fall for the water to get away. And this is going to be our big experiment over this. In this area here, that's all been cleaned out. It's actually gone back to some hard, large rocks. It's gone back to stone there, so we've cleaned all that out, and then we've got the concrete ledge. We're going to mix some pit metal with a little bit of cement and see if we can generate a harder surface so that it doesn't break down as much when the cows walk over it, when we drive over it with the tractor. But the only thing that we don't know is whether or not it's going to work. It might just crack, or it might be a bad idea. We've been very fortunate with this farm that in the times that the mountain has flipped her lid, we got the good puff, and we have a metal deposit down the back of the farm, so we can actually do raceways and stuff relatively inexpensively because we've got that source of pit metal. It's hard to believe now, but 30 years ago this section of the farm was a labyrinth of creeks and mounds that were virtually unusable as dairy country. As a kid I used to worry I would get lost in the wilderness down here. Dad spent weeks in the early 90s draining and bulldozing the area, and now it is a good paddock. We generally only dig up enough metal from the metal pit for the year and reinstate the rest in pasture. There is different qualities of metal here too. The clean grey metal is the best quality for resurfacing races, and the dark grey metal with little bits of clay in it is good enough for around water troughs and gateways. So now that we've taken care of that entranceway, we're gonna resurface this area here, so it needs to be scraped out, and then it's got a bit of a lip there. He's just scraping the top off so that we can put fresh metal on. And so underneath here there's a few stones, but he's going to scrape that fabric. Yeah, dig, dig, dig.
Dig, dig, dig. Dig, dig.
Was it a digger? Dig, dig, dig. I'll put some back actually. I'll just put a little bit there. Adam, it's really distracting when you play with all the buttons. Underneath the fence, and I've still got just enough room to drop my next one. Hold on to your nap, Zamo, we're going over. See, it's going to get really bumpy. I don't know what day, it must be about day 4 or day 5 of our metaling project, and we started off, we were just going to do a couple of jobs, but we've picked up a full head of steam now and we're going to do another couple of pieces of racing. We want to get it done before it starts raining in a couple of days time. Well, I think it's actually tomorrow it's meant to start raining, because apparently with the kind of metal that we're using, it's important that it gets a little bit of rain on it to help with the setting process. So it sets and it compacts and sets quite well with a little bit of moisture. It took the trailer operator a bit of time to get the knack of spreading the metal, and at the end of the day yesterday we dumped a load in one big unpassable pile. We had no choice but to bring the little get out of jail if we stuff up the spreading digger over to make sure we didn't get the trailer marooned again.
Going to the top of the Gerald Long also, or now at the second long?
I've already done that.
At the back there?
Yeah.
Good. The final touch. This is the final touch.